What's up, guys? So I did my first little yap session with a therapist on Wednesday, and I gotta say, it went well. It went pretty well. As predicted, it was pretty nice to talk to someone who isn't my parents, who isn't YouTube, who isn't my girlfriend. It's just nice to talk to a third party. And that's what I was thinking during the little session. I went there alone. My mom didn't come with me, obviously, but I drove there alone. And I got there, I met up with the therapist, and she was pretty nice. She was just asking me some basic questions at first, kind of getting to know me, but not in the normal sense, like, what kind of hobbies do you like? Well, actually, she did ask that, but like, she got to know me on the deeper sense, bruh. She asked the big questions right away, and that made me a bit uncomfortable, but at the same time, I was comfortable in her office, so I was willing to be open, and I did open up a lot. I did open up. For the most part, on Wednesday, she just wanted to know my perspective on things. You know, have you ever had this happen to you? And I'd be like, well, kinda, I had this happen, and I would just kind of describe my story. She didn't do a lot of, I guess, oh, that's a horrible way to put it, but she didn't do a lot of helping. But it helps me enough that I just have someone that listens, if that makes sense. But she said I'm going back on Sunday, and Sunday is gonna be like my main day to do that now. So I'm going back on Sunday at 2:30, and she said bring 3 songs with you. 3 songs you like, 3 songs that help you in the struggle. And I'm like, bet, I'm excited, bro. So I went to the therapist after. My dad asked me how it went. Pretty much told him the same thing. I said, it felt good to talk to someone who isn't my parents, who isn't my girlfriend. And yeah, and also before that therapy session, I did not mention in the last video because it had not happened yet. I had to fill out like a questionnaire. So I filled out this questionnaire. It was like, would you rate your anxieties 0 through 10, your depression 0 through 10, that kind of stuff. And I answered honestly. And I feel like that alone was a big step for me because usually when I get to the doctor's office, they hand me the same little chart, right? They give me a little clipboard, anxiety level 1 through 10, depression 1 through 10, and I always say 0 for everything except for like ability to sleep. I always tell the truth on that one because that one's not like a major thing. And I let her know that I don't have suicidal thoughts, but I'm like a bit suicidal, but don't want to die, you know? Desire to not exist, you know what I'm saying? And she understood, bro. She did not send me to a mental hospital, so that's good. She actually said she specializes in that kind of thing. She specializes in suicidal thoughts, so she is pretty much able to tell the difference as soon as I start talking. So that made me really happy because, the thing with the weed and the thing with depression, suicidal thoughts, I was a bit scared. I was like, I know that there's patient confidentiality, but I really just hope she doesn't tell my parents, you know? And it seems like she's not going to. Because I let her know that I have been, well, I guess today it would be 20 days sober. That means tomorrow's 3 weeks, folks. But when I saw her, I believe it was 17 or 16, maybe 18, who knows? I don't know, I can't really count. But I am glad that the patient confidentiality goes a little farther than I thought. I was kind of skeptical. I didn't know if I should fully open up about that kind of stuff, but now I know that I can, and that feels good, because I don't really get to talk to anyone else about that, except for you guys occasionally, but I won't lie, you guys don't even know the full story, because there are some parts of it that are a bit too personal, and I can't share on here. I like to be as open as I possibly can, and I am as open as I possibly can. But sadly, there's some stuff I can't share on here, And sadly, there's some stuff I can't share with my girlfriend. She knows pretty much everything, but it's just not something I want to talk about all the time. I don't want to talk about my weed use with her. Yeah, I mean, I hope it makes sense. I filled out that questionnaire, and then my mom told my dad about the therapy thing because she might have needed his consent for it. and that's okay. You know, my dad pretty much, both my parents agreed that whatever was happening to me was kind of out of the blue, and I guess I can see how they think that because I do a very good job at hiding it. But you know, if you look at my channel, you guys know it is not out of the blue. Like I've been posting this kind of stuff for like 3 months, 2 months, 3 months. My dad called me. He had some questions, you know. I basically just told him that I have a really good life, but I'm unhappy. That's what I've been telling my parents, and that's pretty much what I told. Yeah, it's pretty much what I told them, but it's not the full story I gave the therapist. It's definitely part of it, but also part of it is like the weed and the, you know, other stuff, man. So that's pretty much all I got for today, you know. I got another session on Sunday, sessions on Sunday now, and I pretty much will update you if something major happens, but I'm not gonna give, you know, the play-by-play of every therapist session, and you guys predicted that. You already knew that. But I really appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I really appreciate the support I've been getting in the comments. So, yeah, I'll see you in the next one, man. I love you guys, and I will see you later.